Sorry about the beeping noise, but I gotta have it on. We back messing with the Jeep again, and actually we had another problem. You can easily just start the car without putting your foot on the brake. You can start the car. So I just had to tear up the whole car, underneath the car pretty much, to get the car to go into accessory mode or run mode. So that's the on position before the on position, like the car is running position. So connected the computer, and this is what I got. Look at all the codes, man. Oh my gosh, bro. Every single one has a code, except for 2. So if you could tell by the look of my face, man, I'm kind of stressed out over this thing, man. We in the BCM now, so this thing, man, has just a lot of codes, man. Like, look at this junk. So lost communication, bumper, headlamp, ECU, low beam, all this stuff. So all this makes sense actually because it's not connected, so that makes sense. But the problem is I'm trying to get, come on, focus, there you go, I'm trying to get the odometer to stop flashing. So let's go into this one here. Oh, actually you got to go back. So maybe it's in special functions. Go here, configuration, play. Okay, it is in run. ECU not active. Configured. Okay. Hopefully this fixes the problem. So pretty much just saying what we're doing. So we already got it on a run position. We already tried to reconfigure it. They said if you see in this message and you already have it, you already completed the other steps, which is having it in the run position like we did, we might have another problem with the ECU. So we need to diagnose that. So it looks like right there, the computer did not connect to the ECU. So we cannot configure what's going on with the car right now. So I guess we got to kind of backtrack and see what's going on with the ECU and why it's not communicating. So kind of frustrated, man, kind of scared with this one, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, but you know what I'm saying, we just got to tear it apart and see what's going on. So let's get into it. So after moving some stuff around and removing all the panels on the back of the vehicle, I finally exposed the wiring that goes to the ECU for the braking system. And well, as you can see right here, it doesn't look good at all. You can see it's going to be a problem, man. So we really got to figure this thing out. All right, you guys. So put the camera down and took a breather off camera. I went through a lot. Long story short, it's the sensor that's connected to the brake pedal is the reason why the car is not recognizing that the brake is depressed. So you would need to press it in order to cut the car on. So that's the easy fix. I'm not worried about that. I ended up hooking up the computer, as you saw, millions of codes. And long story short, after troubleshooting, chasing this, chasing that, chasing this, even more problems came up. Now the doors, they don't lock, they don't unlock. You will get the noise. You will hear the noise from the horn signaling that the car is locked, but it's really not. The tailgate right there did not want to open. I literally had to crawl through, pop that off, and luckily they had that there so I can lift up the tailgate. But let me show you the part that really got to me. Let me show you. So as you can see over here, I literally took apart the whole entire trunk. Here it is here, got the panels down and everything. So we was having trouble with the electronic parking brake. And I figured it was the relay or the module or whatever. But as you can see, this is the module. You see how much corrosion is in there? As I was pulling this panel off, you can still see the water. There's water just splashing out of here. And the connector, which is right here, It's taped up. It wasn't even connected. It's taped up, and as you can see, the corrosion in there. This is not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. As you can see, the water. There's water everywhere. Okay, so yeah, I just tried it. I connected it and it doesn't work. It's not doing anything. And you want to know what's funny? Let me show you. All right, so this weather strip was off, and you just put it back on. Only took like 2 minutes. And now this actually moved because it was stuck open. So as you can see, it's a lot of stains. That's just water marks, water stains. You come all the way in. The drain tube is actually right here, but the water just ran all the way back down, and on the connector, which is right here. And right there. So 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes would have saved me trouble. So whoever had this car did not care, bro. They didn't even want to put the weather strip back on the sunroof. So the water came all the way back here to the trunk and killed the module. So hopefully it's just the module and I don't have to replace this super long harness. But if I do, bruh. But it's just like always something, man. Today was me being the nail and the car being the hammer. More problems than I thought, but you know, we go take it on the chin and we go tackle it. I did get the sunroof to work, so I'm leaving today on a good note. I'm not gonna mess with this thing anymore. I'm gonna clean up, try to put everything back. I'm gonna just throw it in the car, to be completely honest with you, and then pick up tomorrow because I have to go out, of course, and get some more parts, aka a module. And the way I'm feeling now, I want to just tear up everything, take all the seats out, take all the carpet out, and just check any other modules that could be on the floor and possibly could have water damage in it, and go from there. So see you next video. All right, y'all, another beautiful day, man. We back at it again. Yesterday was a rough day, but today is a new day, so we just go figure it out, man. We ain't go, you know, harp on it and hold it. But yeah, man, so we back at the yard. As you can see, about to walk up to the new Jeep, or the same Jeep, and try to figure out if we can get this part. So let's do it. So here's the Jeep right here. Of course, the back door is closed, so we got to come around and get back here to that panel to open up the trunk. So all right, we made it in there. As you can see, we got all this crap we got to remove. Just gonna go on and remove most of the stuff. Found the controller. All right, so we cleared out the trunk, all this crap. Now we gotta take off this panel, this whole big panel here, this bar, and take out the tub, the spare, so we can get all the way back here. So right here, I'm just taking a Torx bit and I'm untightening all the screws right here. So you got 4 of them. To get that done, I'm able to pull out the spare and pull out the tub, and then that way I can expose more room. Okay, this is what we need here. So instead of taking this off, I think I'm just gonna take this off, but we might need the wire, the actual harness that's behind there. But if we do, we're gonna come back for that later. Just gonna try this out now. So we're gonna use a 10mm socket to go ahead and break off the nut on the ECU, so that way we can take it with us. So This is it. This is what we need. See, the harness is in good condition, or the connector. So did I break something? Probably so. Is it a tab or something? Yeah, I think I broke this off. Probably JB welded back on. All right, so we made it back to the shop, and now, you know, about to get into it. So I'm about to go ahead and show you what we got. So if you already know, we had to tear apart all the stuff in the trunk. I literally just tripped over this, but this is the old ECU, the one that we have. You can see the condition of it. This is the one we just got. You can see the condition of it. But this is our harness connector. You can see the condition of it. So I'm gonna see if I can get away with cleaning this, and hopefully it works with the new one. If not, we might have to do something about this. So at this moment, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that once I take off the old ECU and replace it with the new one, that everything goes well. But we never know until we actually complete the process. I'm super scared of what's going to happen when I connect it to the harness, because as you can see, it has a lot of water damage to it. All right, so we got the new ECU in place. Now I got these little thingies here, kind of like picks. I have to use these to try to clean out the connectors on the harness. And this is the harness I'm talking about. About to use the little metal toothpicks to try to clean this out here. Connect it. Cross our fingers, man. Cross our fingers. Before we stick this metal pick into this connector, I think it's a good idea to disconnect the battery. So let's do that. Okay, mission complete. I think it's kind of safe. Wait just a little minute or two. But right now I'm just gonna scratch off the surface. So here we go. So my idea is to just remove as much corrosion off the connector as possible. Hopefully it's not deep into the connector. That way there's no damage on the actual wires inside the connector. If it is, of course, we're gonna have to cut it and splice it and repair it. And I'm really not trying to do all that. So hopefully this works. All right, so we cleaned it out. I'm about to go ahead and reconnect the battery. All right, and now we're about to go ahead and connect the harness to the ECU and see what happens. So let's go ahead and connect this bad baby. It's fully it's fully connected now. I guess it's just time for a moment of truth, man. Let's get up in this driver's seat and see what happens. Got the computer. Okay, so moment of truth. About to cut the car on and see if we're going to get a signal to the electronic parking brake. Here we go. Holy crap. It's flashing, bruh. Okay, the light is still on in the corner. Oh, it went away. Oh, man. Okay, for a second, the electronic parking brake was flashing. So it was some type of communication there for like, I don't know, 5 seconds or whatever. It still says service park brake. Okay, so bro, I just pushed it and it's working. Shut the fuck up. Look, 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 look. It wasn't doing that before. It's blinking on the dash. Okay. Let me cut the car off. This is my hypothesis, right? At first, I'm gonna break it all the way down. We're going back in the history books. At first, it wasn't working because the gear shifter, where's the old one? The gear shifter was not working. The car did not, why is it shaking? Okay, computer did not recognize the car being in park because of this button here is broken off of the old shifter right here. So it's supposed to be out at all times. Then when you press it in, that's when the car knows that you taking it from park to drive, reverse, whatever. Then once you press it back in park, this is supposed to pop out, and that lets the car know that it's in park, right? So this was broken, and I had to replace the whole thing. So I replaced that. Then I bust out the handy dandy computer, hooked up the computer, and I tried to, you know, look at the data or whatever. But the computer cannot connect to the car because, of course, you need to have it on an on position, not started, but in a position right before the car is actually started, which is the on position. This car says run position, run on, same thing. So I figured you couldn't put it in the on position because of that button. But long story short, I did some digging. I got under the dash, and it comes to find out it was a sensor that's connected to the brake pedal. It has a little bit of gap in between it, so it's not pressing up against the sensor hard enough for the car to recognize that, yo, the car is in park and the brake pedal is not pressed, it's depressed. So I can put it in a run position, because usually on newer cars like this, you're supposed to press the pedal, then press the start button, and it'll automatically start. If you don't press the pedal down and you just press the button, it's going to go to accessory mode, or if you double tap, it's going to go to run mode. So that's the problem we have in here now. So my hypothesis is, if I get up under there, push the sensor in, close the sensor, close the circuit on the sensor, press the button twice, so double press it, get it in a run position, I should be able to keep the communication closed with the electronic parking brake, so that way it can engage all the way. I probably just bored you. Let's just see if it works. All right, so, oh my gosh. What we gotta do is get up under here, and this is sensor. Where are you at, sensor? It's a blue one right there. You can see it. It's a blue sensor right here. I need to press that blue button to close the circuit. So I'm going to get up under here and close the circuit, and then press the button, parking brake button, with my other finger to see if it actually engages. So wish me luck. Let's see if I get my finger in there. Okay, got my, ooh, ow. Okay, got my finger in there. Should I start it? Okay, just put it in a run position. Okay, accessory mode on. The parking brake is flashing. I'm gonna pull it up. How if I push it down? Okay, nothing's working. Gonna try to start it. Okay, I had to press the brake pedal. Cut that off. Start it. All right. Put my finger on the sensor. Close the circuit. Out. The circuit is closed. bro. Okay, look, my finger is stuck in between the sensor and the pedal, closing the circuit. I pressed the emergency brake, parking brake. It's working. I can't see up on the dash. Hopefully you can see it, but I think the light is off. It still says service park brake, but I'm wondering if the brake is engaged. Usually it is, because it's indicated. What if I press it down again or lift it up? Let's see. Ah, my finger. Okay. I'm taking a break, man. My finger, look at this. Can't even see it, but it hurts. Okay, so I actually have the parking brake engaged, I believe. Because of the light is indicated. So that means usually it's engaged. If the light is not activated, that means it's disengaged. And yes, I know I have it engaged because on the dash it says brake. So it says brake right here on the dash. And another way to find out, actually, put it in gear, see if we can take off. Look, we can't go nowhere. Holy shit, look. Look, we can't go nowhere. Okay. Bruh. I'm not going to say it, but if you're watching this video, comment down below. You know how I'm feeling right now. Just feel the energy. Look at my face. Think about the struggle we just went through. The brake is now engaged. I just stepped on the pedal a few times. I didn't try to floor it. It is a car in front of me. But every time I press on the pedal, the back end set down and it would not move. So that means the brake is engaged. It did say it on the dash, but you always need to test stuff. So that's a good sign. Good news is the computer that we just put in there is working. Great news. I was so scared. I was up all last night. I really thought I was gonna have to replace this harness. And it runs, I'm talking about runs deep into all the way up back here. I gotta take this whole headliner off and it goes all the way to the front of the car. So good news, we don't have to do, good news, it works. Bad news, it only works when I stick my finger in between the pedal and the sensor to close the circuit. So that's the bad news. So we halfway there. We can stop sweating now because the major part is over. Let's not say it, but you type it. And now we just got to figure out how to get this circuit to be closed. Hopefully I can adjust, like literally bring the sensor down so that way the range of travel with the pedal, it'll be closer. So that way it just, if it's up, it'll just close the circuit. I really pray that's what I can do. And then we'll be good to go. Hook up the computer and start, you know, reading and clearing codes, and everything should be settled. So let me get up under here, see what I can do with the sensor. Think about it, see how I can move it, because I really don't want to go get another one because it works. It's just not in range to close the circuit. So let me figure that out. But we just made great progress, man. I'm talking about huge progress. Huge progress. Okay, so I took like a piece of plastic and I bent it into two pieces and I doubled it up and I set it in between the brake pedal and the sensor to close the circuit. So now I'm actually plugging up the scan tool to see, oh man, it's a low battery. I'm gonna try to hurry up, but to see that to see if we can go ahead and calibrate everything The mileage is still flashing at the top, so that lets you know you do need a calibration. So we're about to go into an auto scan real quick. So we're about to go into an auto scan real quick and then see if we can, you know, get the codes, clear them, calibrate everything, because we still got to calibrate the computer, you know, to make sure they communicate with each other, know that everybody is healthy and we good to go. And then hopefully the lights will go off and the odometer will stop flashing. As usual, 1,015 different million codes. So we want to go into the electronic parking brake, read codes, battery voltage low. These are all stored. What's active is current VIN missing mismatch, so we need to read these, recalibrate this. So that's fine. Go back. Let's go into the BCM. Read codes. Now all of these are active besides this one. So fog light, low beam, configuration mismatch, we need to do that. Everything else, yeah, I'm not worried about this because obviously the front end is not all the way complete, as you can see by the hood. So the headlights, high beam, all that crap, of course that's normal. We need to fix this one here, which will cut off the lights from flashing up there. Let's just see if it works. Go back into it. So right now we're just going to go ahead and try to reconfigure all the electronics in the ECU. So fingers crossed, man. Hopefully this thing works, because we replaced the old part with the new part. So now we just got to let the computer do what it do. Okay, so now we need to cut the car off, close all the doors. So I need to go close the trunk. Actually unplug the scan tool as well. Close all the doors real quick. All right, I'm gonna sit in the car. I'm gonna close this door too. Then it said wait for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna plug up the scan tool again and go back into the computer and see, just check the modules to make sure everything is recalibrated, and it should be. So I'm gonna turn you on in 2 minutes because I know you don't want to wait. All right, so it's been more than 2 minutes now. I got the scan tool plugged up and it just got done reading the computer. So let's check out the results. Okay, so this is very unfortunate actually. Still a lot of codes. Let's see if we can find body control. It's really not supposed to be a lot of codes. So let's see what's active. Stored. Okay, that's cool. Stored. Okay, that's cool. Okay, everything active is just the front end work that we have to do. So I'm happy with that. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Now let's see if the computer, yep, electronic parking brake computer, wrong one. Where are you? See if the computer is recalibrated. So read codes. Stored. Okay, that's cool. So I believe it's calibrated now, and up top the mileage has stopped flashing, so that's good. I mean, everything is calibrated now, and the brake light up there, the yellow one, is gone. This one is on now because it just let me know that it's actually engaged. So that's good. That's good. Now we just need to see where the airbag is coming from. Yep, right there. Okay, this is active. Lost communication with up front left satellite sensor. So up front left is probably somewhere up in the hood, or satellite sensor usually is like up top here on the actual roof. So we have to check that out. Okay, so we cleared all the codes. Looks like everything is working as far as communication between the electronic parking brake and the modules up front and the modules up back. Looks like everything is communicating properly. We cleared all the stored codes, so some other codes might come back, especially for the BCM, because obviously it's some repair work and sensors and headlights and everything that needs to be plugged up in the front. But we're not necessarily worried about that right now. We was worried about the electronic parking brake. So it looks like we got that figured out. So let's go ahead and give it its first start to see what pops up on the dash. All right, so I'm gonna be very careful with pushing this down, because like I said, I got my little gadget in between and I don't want to drop it all the way, just enough so I can start the car. All right, let's see what happens here. It's a new one, 4x4. Now the 4x4 is not working, but the brake is on. The odometer stopped flashing, so that's good. Now let's see. Okay, so that worked. That's very, very good. Okay, so good news. Look like everything works. Unfortunately, the 4x4 four-wheel drive thing is not working for some reason now, so I gotta check that out. Another problem. You win some, you lose some. You make 2 steps forward, you take 1 back. I don't know, type of thing, but it's cool. We got that part done. We can figure out the rest. Now I just gotta kind of secure the little, you know, majigger that I made for the brake pedal and the sensor, and then we can try to tackle the 4-wheel drive thing. All right, so as you can see, I got the interior, well, halfway out. Only thing I don't get is the front seats out, but this thing is super dirty, man. Look at this carpet, bro. Super, super dirty. Super, super dirty. Look what was underneath the back seats. Just got to get the front 2 out. Maybe not, but yeah, got to get this cleaned up. So I'm going to start cleaning up this mess by picking up all the big trash that the vacuum is not going to be able to pick up. So I'm just picking it all up, putting it in this bag, and then just moving it out the way. Then I'm going to grab the vacuum and start vacuuming this carpet, because it's super, super, super dirty. I'm talking about ridiculous dirty. I'm probably more than likely going to hit this thing with the steam machine, but I'm not going to let you guys sit through all this. But also, we got to get the work done. Okay, so it's finally done. As you can see, it's not too bad. Most of it came up, but you see we still got some stains, so we most definitely got to hit this thing with the shampooer. But all the stuff is still here. About to get ready to put it up. I was going to do the front, take the seats out here, but it's a special tool that I don't have. This little thing here. Let me know if y'all ever seen that before, but I don't have that one. So I think after I put everything up, I'm gonna call it a day. We made a lot of progress today. We fixed the ECU for the emergency brake, so that was good. We did lose another signal, which is the 4x4, the all-wheel drive thing starting to act funny now. I honestly think it's because I have a loose negative terminal on the battery. So once I get that tightened out, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll go off. But also, gotta shampoo it, steam it for sure. Gotta steam the headliner, and some other stuff. But more importantly, we making progress. It was a huge victory for today, and I can't complain, man. So I'm ready to get up out of here. To be honest, I'm starving. Gotta eat that meal prep. You dig? See the arm. But anyways, about to go ahead and pack up, get up out of here, and see you next video, man. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe, everything, man. But make sure you comment and like the video if you actually like the video. You like me, you like the video, you like whatever we be talking about, the cars we be messing with, the problems we run into, and it's most definitely gonna help out the channel. So I'm gonna see y'all.